An ERC application is not an ordinary funding bid. It is a decision to place one ambitious frontier research idea, one principal investigator, and one host institution under unusually concentrated scrutiny. The ERC Work Programme 2027 is now adopted, and the starting grant call is open. The right response is not speculative drafting. It is an early go or no-go decision based on the live rules, the maturity of the science, and the host's ability to support genuine research independence. Start with the operational facts. Starting Grant 2027 opened on the 22nd of July 2026 and is scheduled to close on the 14th of October. The indicative budget is €594 million, with an estimated 373 grants. Those numbers describe the opportunity, not the probability of success. The work programme also warns that dates and appropriations can change within stated limits. Teams should plan from the adopted calendar, but verify the live funding and tenders portal and ERC call documents before every formal decision. The first gate is career stage eligibility. For starting Grant 2027, the principal investigator must normally have defended the doctorate within the 10 years preceding the 1st of January 2027. Documented extensions can apply in defined circumstances. Consolidated grant now uses a 5 to 15-year window. Do not rely on an old shorthand calculation or the date printed on a diploma. Confirm the certified defense date, every extension ground, and the evidence that the host will retain. Then test whether the research track record demonstrates both promise and readiness for independent leadership. The second gate is submission discipline. Applicants may normally have only one ERC proposal under evaluation at a time, except for proof of concept, and only one proposal under the 2027 work programme unless the first submission is declared ineligible. Previous starting or consolidator grant holders cannot apply to the same scheme again. Reapplication restrictions remain scheme-specific, and the ERC's April readjustment changed the earlier announcement for several calls. A premature application can therefore consume more than writing time. It can use the applicant's annual opportunity and create consequences for a later attempt. Verify the live restriction against the applicant's actual ERC history. The third gate is the host route. Researchers of any nationality may apply, but the research must normally be conducted through an eligible host institution in an EU member state or associated country. The principal investigator does not have to be employed by that institution at submission, but mutual commitment is required, and the host must support the investigator's independence. Team members may be of any nationality, and some may be located outside Europe. For African researchers, this creates a serious pathway but not a universal local host route. Confirm the host entity, employment or engagement arrangement, supplementary agreement, team geography and decision rights before writing. The fourth gate is financial and operational credibility. A starting grant may provide up to €1.5 million over 5 years. Additional funding can be requested for justified needs, such as major equipment, facilities, fieldwork, or startup costs. With a higher possible ceiling for a principal investigator relocating from a non-associated third country. The envelope is not a target to maximize. Build the budget from the scientific method: people, equipment, access, fieldwork, data, ethics, security, and delivery sequence. The host must be able to explain how the resources enable the research, rather than merely fit the ceiling. The fifth gate is proposal maturity. Ask whether the project advances a genuinely important frontier question, whether the high-risk and high-gain logic is intellectually credible, and whether the methodology can survive expert challenge. Confirm panel fit, the narrative architecture, preliminary evidence where relevant, risk handling, ethics and security exposure, and the internal review calendar. The principal investigator should own the scientific voice. The host and proposal team should strengthen clarity, compliance and review readiness, without turning the application into generic institutional language. PRINCEPS Group East Africa recommends a written ERC decision brief before drafting begins. Record the scheme, eligibility evidence, prior submissions, host commitment, budget logic, panel choice, ethics and security issues. Review milestones and the exact decision that remains open. Then proceed only if the idea, investigator, host and timetable are aligned. PRINCEPS Group East Africa provides fee-based proposal writing and proposal development support, including the go or no-go gate, work plan discipline, budget logic, and review readiness. This briefing is strategic and editorial, not official ERC, legal, employment, ethics, security, or grant award advice. Always verify the live call documents and qualified institutions.